Sometimes, boxing's most memorable nights end not with a definitive bang, but in a lingering cloud of controversy, leaving fans and fighters alike questioning what they just witnessed. The sweet science, as it's often called, can sometimes feel more like a bitter pill when the final bell rings and the decision is anything but clear. The first clash between Gervonta "Tank" Davis, the explosive power puncher, and Lamont Roach Jr., the skilled and determined challenger, promised fireworks. Their meeting on March 1, 2025, in a packed arena buzzing with anticipation, was exactly that. A night where expectations clashed with reality. It became a tactical chess match, a display of strategy and grit, but one that ultimately left everyone feeling unsatisfied, yearning for a more decisive outcome. The fans came for a knockout, but they got a puzzle. After 12 grueling rounds, the judges rendered their verdict, a majority draw. The scorecards reflected the close nature of the fight, but also ignited a firestorm of debate. Davis kept his WBA lightweight title, a technical victory on paper, but the result felt hollow, a far cry from the dominant performance many had expected from the champion. The belt remained his, but the aura of invincibility had been tarnished. Roach, fighting with heart and skill, came closer than ever to the top, showcasing his talent on the biggest stage. He fought valiantly, only to see a potential victory slip away in a haze of debate and disagreement. The judge's decision denied him the ultimate prize, leaving him with a bitter taste of what could have been. Roach's sharp, accurate jab and elusive movement frustrated Davis throughout the fight, disrupting his rhythm and preventing him from landing his signature power shots. He controlled the distance and pace of the fight for long stretches, dictating the terms of engagement and keeping Davis at bay. The crowd, initially favoring Davis, sensed an upset brewing as Roach continued to outbox and outmaneuver the champion. Davis struggled to find his usual rhythm and explosive power, looking uncharacteristically hesitant and off balance. He couldn't seem to solve the puzzle that Roach presented. Roach's confidence grew with every round, fueled by his success in neutralizing Davis's attack and landing his own shots with precision. He was proving he was more than just a challenger. He was a legitimate threat, a force to be reckoned with in the lightweight division. He was showcasing his skills and determination on the grandest stage. By the final bell, the arena buzzed with uncertainty and anticipation, the crowd unsure of who would be declared the victor. The atmosphere was thick with tension. Roach, believing he had done enough to win, raised his arms in triumph, celebrating what he thought was a hard-earned victory. Davis looked lost and bewildered, seemingly unsure of how the fight had slipped away from him. The draw protected Davis's undefeated record, preserving his marketability and status as a top fighter, but it convinced no one, not even himself, that he was the better man that night. The performance left a stain on his reputation. The controversial decision immediately set the stage for a rematch, a second chance to settle the score, demanded by both fighters eager to prove their dominance, and by fans hungry for a definitive resolution. The story wasn't finished. It was merely a chapter left incomplete. The boxing world craved a real conclusion, a clear winner, and a sense of closure. The only way forward, the only path to true resolution, was to settle it in the ring, one more time, in a final showdown that would leave no doubt as to who the true champion was. Every great fight, every clash of titans has a turning point, a moment where the momentum shifts, where fortunes change in the blink of an eye. It's that instant that fans remember, the one they dissect and debate for years to come. It's the pivotal exchange that can alter the course of a career, cementing a legacy or shattering a dream. These moments are the essence of boxing, the drama distilled into a single unforgettable scene. For the electrifying showdown between Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach, that moment arrived in the 9th round, a round that would be etched in the memories of everyone who witnessed the fight, a round that sparked controversy and ignited a firestorm of debate. Roach, meticulously sticking to his game plan, a strategy honed through countless hours of training and preparation, landed a crisp, clean jab squarely on Davis's chin, a punch that reverberated through the arena, silencing the roaring crowd for a fleeting moment. Davis's knee touched the canvas ever so slightly, a subtle movement, almost imperceptible to the naked eye, a split-second moment, a fleeting instant, but enough to ignite the crowd into a frenzy of excitement and disbelief. The energy in the arena surged, palpable and electric. Roach's supporters erupted in jubilation, convinced they had witnessed a clear knockdown, a pivotal moment that swung the fight in their favor. They saw victory within reach, A 10-8 round, a significant swing in the scorecards that could potentially seal the win and crown Roach the victor. The implications were enormous. For Davis's corner, however, it was a mere slip, an unfortunate stumble. No real damage inflicted, just a momentary loss of balance due to bad footing. They vehemently argued their case, desperate to protect their fighters' chances. The arena erupted in a cacophony of debate. Was it a legitimate knockdown, a game-changing moment, or simply a slip, an inconsequential misstep? The question hung heavy in the air. That single moment, that fleeting instant, created two distinct and opposing realities. One where Roach was riding the wave of momentum, on his way to a potential championship victory, his dreams within reach. Another where nothing had fundamentally changed, where Davis remained in control, unfazed and ready to continue his dominance. The referee's call, the official's judgment, would ultimately decide which story the world would remember, which narrative would be etched into the annals of boxing history. In a fight this close, this fiercely contested, every single second, every exchange, every decision mattered immensely. The stakes were incredibly high. The 9th round, with its controversial moment, instantly became the defining symbol of the entire fight, a microcosm of the larger battle. Fans, captivated and enthralled, and seasoned analysts replayed the sequence endlessly, scrutinizing every angle, every movement, searching for definitive answers, seeking to unravel the truth behind that pivotal moment. The fight's legacy, its place in boxing lore, ultimately hinged on that split-second event, that controversial knockdown, or lack thereof. The inevitable rematch, should it occur, would forever be haunted by the specter of this moment, forever colored by the controversy of the 9th round. The referee's split-second decision changed everything. In the heat of the battle, with adrenaline pumping and the crowd roaring, a single call can alter the trajectory of a fight, a career, and even legacies. This was one of those moments, a pivotal juncture where perception and reality collided under the bright lights of the boxing ring. As Davis's knee hit the canvas, a collective gasp swept through the arena, but in a controversial instant, he ruled it a slip, not a knockdown. The referee, standing mere feet away, made the judgment that would ignite a firestorm of debate. His interpretation of the sequence became the defining moment of the round, and perhaps the entire fight. Roach's corner erupted in disbelief, their faces etched with frustration and anger. They were convinced their fighter had landed a significant blow, earning a crucial 10-8 round that could shift the momentum entirely. The corner team felt robbed, their strategy potentially undermined by a decision they vehemently disagreed with. The call erased what could have been Roach's defining moment, a chance to seize control and potentially secure a victory. It was a bitter pill to swallow, a moment of potential triumph snatched away in the blink of an eye. Instantly, the debate exploded, across social media, in the stands, and among boxing experts. Was it a punch, a legitimate blow that caused Davis to lose his balance? Or just a stumble, an accidental loss of footing that shouldn't be counted as a knockdown? Replays showed the jab landing just before Davis went down, a connection that seemed to support the argument for a knockdown. The slow-motion footage became a crucial piece of evidence, dissected and analyzed from every conceivable angle. But opinions split, with analysts and fans alike passionately arguing their perspectives. Supporters of the call pointed to Davis's quick recovery, suggesting he wasn't significantly hurt by the punch. But critics saw a clear knockdown, arguing that the impact of the jab was undeniable. The controversy became the fight's central talking point, overshadowing the skill and strategy displayed by both fighters. Had the referee ruled differently, awarding Roach the knockdown, Roach might have won on the cards, potentially altering the course of his career. Instead, the draw stood, a result that left a lingering sense of dissatisfaction and injustice. And the 9th round's controversy became boxing lore, a moment forever etched in the sport's history. One decision, one round, a fleeting moment of judgment changed the course of both fighters' careers, casting a shadow over their achievements and fueling the demand for a rematch. The rematch would be about more than belts. It was about settling the score and silencing the doubts. It would be about justice, about proving who the true victor was and erasing the ambiguity of that fateful 9th round. The world demanded a clear winner, a definitive resolution to the controversy that had captivated the boxing world. Another story unfolded outside the ring. Davis's longtime trainer, Calvin Ford, was missing from his corner. Ford, more than a coach, is Davis's mentor and strategist. Without him, Davis looked frustrated, searching for answers that never came. The usual tactical adjustments were missing. Roach's strategy went largely unchallenged. Would Ford's presence have changed the outcome? It's a question that lingers. The absence of Ford was more than a footnote, it was a turning point. His return for the rematch would become a major storyline. The rematch brings big news. Calvin Ford is back in Davis's corner. Ford's return means discipline, strategy, and psychological stability. Together, they'll dissect the first fight, drilling adjustments to counter Roach's jab and movement. Expect a more patient, calculated Davis, one who can cut off the ring and create openings. Ford's presence is about accountability. He demands the best from Davis. Their partnership has produced a dominant career, and now they're determined to fix the cracks exposed in the first fight. The message to Roach: this time the champion is coming prepared. The rematch isn't just a fight, it's a test of a rebuilt fortress. The question: will it hold? Lamont Roach Jr. emerged from the first fight as a star. The draw, though frustrating, put him on the map. Many believe he beat one of boxing's best. The controversy fueled demand for a rematch and gave Roach a new sense of purpose. Roach's team isn't changing their formula, they're perfecting it. Their goal: win rounds so decisively that no controversy is possible or score a stoppage. Roach has already proven he can handle Davis's power and style. He's motivated by a sense of injustice, determined to finish what he started. In his mind, he's the uncrowned champion. The rematch is his chance to claim the throne and cement his legacy. The world will be watching to see if he can do it. As August 16th approaches, both camps are in overdrive. Team Davis, with Ford back, is focused on technical mastery, footwork, ring control, and a sharper jab. Sparring partners mimic Roach's style, pushing Davis to adapt and improve. The message: no excuses, no repeats of the first fight. Roach's camp is all about refinement, more output, better conditioning, and subtle new wrinkles. They're preparing for a more aggressive Davis, ready to counter every adjustment. Both sides are driven by redemption. Davis to reclaim dominance, Roach to prove he was always good enough. The camps are preparing for war, each convinced their path leads to victory. This isn't just a rematch, it's a battle for respect and legacy. Only one will leave with answers. This rematch is more than a title fight. It's a story of controversy, redemption, and legacy. Fans want a definitive answer: who is the better fighter? The clash of styles, Davis's power versus Roach's skill, makes it a classic. The return of Calvin Ford adds a layer of intrigue, pitting two brilliant corners against each other. It's not just about the fighters, it's about strategy, mentorship, and high-stakes chess. The outcome will reshape the lightweight division. A Davis win restores his dominance. A Roach victory crowns a new star. The stakes are real, the anticipation electric. This fight will ripple through boxing for years. It's a must-watch event for every fan. August 16th in Las Vegas. Everything is on the line. For Davis, it's about erasing doubt and reclaiming his place at the top. He needs a clear, dominant win to silence critics and restore his fearsome reputation. For Roach, it's the chance to finish his story, to turn respect into championship glory. A win would transform him from contender to champion, changing his life forever. Both men are fighting for more than belts. They're fighting for legacy. The fans are guaranteed drama, action, and answers. Will Davis deliver a signature knockout, or will Roach outbox him again? The controversy of the first fight fuels the fire. On August 16th, there will be no more questions, only a winner and a legacy defined. This is why we watch boxing.